I guess a wedding is an opportunity to be your most expressive.
Yes, I would say so. Yeah, go for it. And I run Freya Designer Dressmaking. I'm Danish, but I live in Edinburgh, and I've been running my business for a long time. We specialize in weddings. We were involved in some of the very first Scottish civil partnerships when that was allowed, and then we were involved and made outfits for the very first sort of same-sex weddings when that was allowed. And all the time I've been working on weddings of different variations. What we've tried to achieve is to make weddings personal.
Well, traditionally menswear was really flamboyant, was really elaborate, you know, gold threads, silks, laces, brocade, all this kind of thing. We know Louis XIII that built Versailles and these kind of guys in that era. But with the French Revolution and the revolution in following, a lot of other countries, individual countries, men in that sort of wealth, they also lost their position, and it was really frowned upon to spend so much money and clothing, so much money on clothing that you looked so amazing, and it then became what we today almost call the democratic clothing, and men started wearing suits, and it's almost not moved on since. And I think it's about time, you know, I think it's about time that we move from the shirt and tie and suit. So this is part of what we're exploring in this. The military coat was going to be the main thing, and it was going to be in like a soft cashmere, so it was going to be really female in the sort of soft drape of the coat, and just use lots of details and so on, and then use a lot softer interlining than you would use in a traditional men's coat or traditional military work. Just a lot softer and just more feminine in the way that it would be more sort of close to the body and that sort of thing. That was the original idea. Adaptation I was considering doing for the military coat to make it more feminine would be to use much softer colours, you know, not the heavy sort of military colours, sort of blacks and greens and so on, but use like an ivory or a pale blue or something like that, gold. And then the other thing that we would change was to use a lot finer wool. So instead of having a really coarse wool that would be really durable, we would have something that was really soft to the skin. I think it's something that's really feminine as well when you work with lots of different textures and how they work with the textures of people's skin, hair and so on. I think that all in total makes it really feminine. So soft cashmere, they would just really sit close to the skin and just be really drapey and quite have a lot of movement when you were in the coat. So that was my initial feel. We set up a survey and we were overwhelmed with actually how many replies we got to the survey. It totally went viral as soon as we had done it. And it was very interesting, the feedback that came back, and it was basically things, there was all different issues buying clothes. There was the whole thing about going into a shop and the empathy or the lack of empathy in the shop about your position. Because if you had a traditional sort of male shape, you would have bigger shoulder, narrow hips to fit into more female clothing. And if you were female, you could rarely get a suit because your hips would be too wide, and your bust would be too big, but the waist would be, your bust would really fit in, but the waist would be hugely too big. So there was lots of issues about that. There was also a lot of issues about colouring used in clothing. So it was really hard to get a suit in feminine colours, for an example, or also things were not long enough for a lot of people wanting to wear women's clothes, and then there was a huge group that didn't want to actually dress either as male or female, no matter where they came from, you know. So we had to almost deconstruct our whole idea of what was male clothes and what's female clothes. So when we started off the project, so we did the survey, and the next thing we did was that we put a call out for non-binary model. And we got quite a few replies, and we basically narrowed it down and got an amazing model. And the model actually made the project so much, because once I'd seen the model, I had to do a complete, like, it completely changed my perception of what I was going to create. And I completely discarded the whole military coat, because I felt that the model, although he was obviously male and looking male, I thought he was so feminine in the movement, in the, well, what I perceive as feminine, like really graceful, really fluid movements, and really almost like a dancer. And I just felt that the coat was too hard. So I wanted to explore doing it really even much softer outfits. So basically ended up choosing to do some kind of palazzo pants. So when men wear trousers, they're usually quite structured and quite stiff materials. So we chose a really soft crepe, and it had sort of 3% elastane, and so that would make them really quite fluid and move quite a lot. So although they were trousers, they would be quite feminine in the way that they were on body and how they moved. We also designed what you would often have in a female wedding dress, a boned bodice. And this actually worked really well, because I felt that it gave a slight sort of female shape without going into the sort of caricature shape of females that you get in sort of drag shows and drag queens and so on. They sort of over exaggerate the female shape. That was not at all what we were doing. We wanted to work with the body that we had. And lastly, chose a really beautiful soft lace with a really soft wavy scalloped edge that could sit on the model's really like absolutely beautiful skin and basically frame the body. And then we made the lace top quite large, almost like a blouse that would then tuck into the waistband, and on the waistband we had attached a train, because this is like, a train is kind of what you get in traditional wedding dresses, and I felt that the train would really exaggerate the really graceful movements and sort of, you know, make the sort of S shape from the back, where you come in at the waist and out at the bum. And I felt that if we were doing a soft train, that would do that, and it would work like that. So both the sort of lace blouse and then the train, they were all both attached to the belt at the middle, which then created this traditional female shape of coming in at the waist, and then the boned bodice and the mesh of the train made it come out over the hips. So we had that sort of hourglass, so we kind of felt like a really soft hourglass shape that wasn't exaggerated female, but was just a really soft shape that really moved well, worked well on the model when the model was moving.
My name is Manuel. I'm 38. I'm from Portugal, Porto. Yeah, I live all my life with my secret life. Yeah, it's true. Yeah. Because yeah, it's true. Sometimes I'm dressed to the woman because I like it. I'm feeling special. Yeah, sometimes. Yeah, it's normal for me. You know, I'm feeling comfortable in here because it's the people. It's normal. You know, in Portugal it's impossible. Is the walking the streets in here. It is. You know, in here it's possible. It's simple. It's great. I think so because the other people one day is looking for this project. It's probably help is the other guys. You know, it's very good because this I'm staying here. You know, because okay, I like this. I like dress one dress. You know, yeah, it's okay, but yeah, it's possible. It's a dress in my home. You know, but I'm staying here because this I think is this is project help, of course, is the other guys. This is very important talking about this.
What has it been like designing this outfit?
Oh, it's been out of my comfort zone because I'm so familiar with female bodies, and although female bodies comes in all shapes and sizes, male bodies are so different, and that's how it is, you know. And it obviously touches on the whole point in what is beauty and what is beautiful. And I just think we find the most beautiful model ever, and I've enjoyed actually just watching the body and how it, you know, how it performs in the clothes and everything. It's been really exciting and wonderful, really good learning curve. Because a lot of people come with a perceived idea that they need to wear a white strapless dress or a kilt or a jacket or suit or whatever, and that is not necessary. You need to have an outfit that suits the occasion, but an outfit that feels like you and what you would like to feel like on the very best day of your life, on the very biggest day where you make such a commitment. So for me, the whole situation about dressing up as something that you are not is, for me, the worst thing possible.
My body is very large in here, and here is very fit, is different. Yeah, it's different. Of course, sometimes I'm dressed in one dress. I'm looking for the mirror. It's no good, you know. I like it. I'm feeling special, but yeah, it's different, you know, because it's special this, you know. Yeah.
When you did the first fitting, what was going through your mind?
How different that the body was, you know, and it's obviously created by, you know, hormones and genetics and everything, and yeah, so just the whole posture, things like that. Yeah, very different to work from a dressmaker's point of view.
How did you arrive at the look that you've created?
I felt that doing separate pieces was better for movement, because our model is so tall, and it was. I wanted the separate pieces can kind of move more individually. For a tall person, there's obviously a tall person bending over or moving or so on. The extension of the back is obviously more than a short person that bends over and doing all these kind of things. So they were some of the sort of technical things in my thought when I was doing it. And I actually think it works, and with the soft train and everything, it's got elements of a traditional female wedding dress, but it's not a wedding dress as such. So I feel that, yeah, I'm quite pleased with how I've achieved it. Yeah.
Hello, what's your name? My name is Manuel. I'm feeling like a woman, you know, because I'm feeling special. But I'm a man, you know.
We set out to make an outfit that was non-binary and basically challenge the sort of traditional views of what a man should wear, what a female should wear during a wedding, and we thought this would be the main thing that would happen in this project. But actually, the thing that's happened is that our model has absolutely just enjoyed the process so much, and has actually was so comfortable in being in public in the outfit. And we're just so proud that basically our model on the final day said, you know, this has made me feel complete, this is who I am, this has made me feel complete. And we're just so happy to have been able to complete this experience and this look for him.
Today I'm realizing one dream. Because I'm walking in the streets in Edinburgh. The people look at me and said, It's beautiful. I'm happy. I'm realizing my dream.
I think as an industry, I think we should really reflect on this kind of thing, and we should really see what can we do to display inclusivity, and what can we do to say that we can accommodate the dream wedding for who, no matter who you are, what you look like and what your dreams are. I think we should be ready to take this on. I think we should display that this is what we're doing. And I think we should also not be afraid of going into these things, because there's a lot of people, they're like, oh, but I was worried about saying the wrong thing. I've said the wrong thing many times, but I'm trying, and I think we can all try harder and just make it accommodate people of all shapes, sizes, genders, colours, and just embrace it all, make the dream wedding come true.
It's the first day in my life. It's I am. Simple.